What would you do if one email could destroy everything you spent your entire life building? $1 billion company, a luxurious lifestyle, worldwide fame, and a reputation that millions admire. Today's story reveals how one powerful CEO spent 15 years hiding a dark secret, only for the truth to come knocking on his door when he least expected it. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Stories like this uncover the hidden side of power, ambition, and the consequences of buried truths. Now, let's begin. The king of Blackwood Technologies. At 43 years old, Ethan Blackwood seemed unstoppable. His company, Blackwood Technologies, had become one of the fastest-growing firms in the world. Business magazines praised him. Investors trusted him. Employees dreamed of working for him. To the public, Ethan represented success. But success can be a carefully constructed illusion. Every morning, Ethan arrived at headquarters in a chauffeur-driven vehicle. Every meeting ended with people agreeing to his vision. Every decision strengthened his influence. Yet there was one thing he feared more than failure: the past. Because 15 years earlier, a young financial analyst named Daniel Harper had uncovered something inside the company. Something dangerous. Something illegal. And shortly after discovering it, Daniel vanished. Official reports claimed it was an accident. The company expressed sympathy. The story disappeared from the news. But Ethan knew the truth. And every day since then, he had lived with it. The email. On a rainy Monday morning, Ethan opened his laptop. Among hundreds of messages sat one strange email. No sender name. No company address. Only 4 words. I know the truth. His heartbeat quickened. Attached was a photograph. Daniel Harper. A photograph nobody outside a small group should possess. Ethan immediately closed the email. His hands trembled. For the first time in years, he felt vulnerable. Then another message arrived. 15 years is a long time to hide a crime. Ethan stared at the screen. Someone knew. Someone had finally found the secret. The investigation begins. Determined to identify the sender, Ethan hired private investigators. The best money could buy. They traced servers, checked security systems, reviewed employee records. Nothing. The sender remained invisible. Meanwhile, mysterious documents began appearing online. Anonymous posts questioned company finances. Former employees started speaking publicly. Journalists began investigating. The company's stock price dropped. Investors demanded answers. The empire Ethan built was beginning to crack. Mid-story message. If you're enjoying this story, subscribe now. Every week we bring powerful stories filled with mystery, suspense, and unforgettable twists. And, trust me, the biggest twist in this story is still coming. Among hundreds of messages sat one strange email. No sender name. No company address. Only 4 words. I know the truth. His heartbeat quickened. Attached was a photograph. Daniel Harper. A photograph nobody outside a small group should possess. Ethan immediately closed the email. His hands trembled. For the first time in years, he felt vulnerable. Then another message arrived. 15 years is a long time to hide a crime. Ethan stared at the screen. Someone knew. Someone had finally found the secret. Ghosts of the past. Unable to sleep, Ethan revisited old records. Files he hadn't touched for years. As he read through them, memories returned. Daniel Harper had discovered evidence of financial fraud involving several senior executives. Daniel planned to expose everything. A secret meeting followed. Threats were made. Careers were at stake. Millions of dollars were involved. Then Daniel disappeared. For 15 years, Ethan convinced himself he had done what was necessary. Now he wasn't so sure. Guilt had finally caught up with him. The woman in the gray coat. One evening, Ethan noticed a woman standing outside company headquarters. She appeared familiar. When she approached him, everything changed. My name is Rebecca Harper. The surname hit him like a punch. She was Daniel's younger sister. She smiled calmly. I've spent 15 years searching for the truth. Ethan remained silent. Rebecca continued. And now I have proof. For the first time, Ethan realized this wasn't blackmail. This was justice. The truth emerges. Over the next week, evidence flooded the media. Internal emails, financial records, witness statements. Everything pointed toward a cover-up. Public outrage exploded. Shareholders demanded accountability. Government agencies launched investigations. Board members resigned. Executives disappeared from public view. The company lost billions in market value. The empire was collapsing, not because of competitors, not because of economic problems, because truth eventually demands to be heard. The fall. Standing before reporters, Ethan finally made a decision. No lawyers, no excuses, no denial. He confessed. Not every detail, but enough. Enough to reveal the years of deception. Enough to acknowledge the damage. Enough to accept responsibility. The headlines spread worldwide. The mighty CEO had fallen. But strangely, Ethan felt relief. The burden he carried for 15 years was finally gone.
A new beginning. Months later, Blackwood Technologies looked very different. New leadership arrived. Policies changed. Transparency became mandatory. Rebecca Harper established a foundation in her brother's memory. The public slowly moved forward. As for Ethan, he disappeared from public life. Not as a hero. Not as a victim. But as a reminder. A reminder that power without integrity eventually destroys itself. Because secrets can survive for years. Sometimes even decades. But eventually, the truth finds its way into the light. Thank you for listening. If this story kept you hooked from beginning to end, subscribe to the channel and join our growing community. Leave a comment below. Do you think Ethan deserved a second chance after telling the truth? And remember, the most dangerous secrets are often hidden behind the most successful smiles.